Hi everyone, Psych Rhea here. And this is the pilot episode of Realizations by Psych Rhea. At yung pilot episode natin ngayon is gentle. Mas mabagal, mas may lalim. Because we're holding a real story from one of our followers. If this topic feels close to your heart, hinga muna tayo ng sabay. Stay here with me for a moment. Dahan-dahan lang tayo. So, babasahin ko na yung natanggap kong sulat sa kanya. This is coming from Kevin. No? Sabi niya, hello, I grew up in a very toxic family. I live alone here in Caloocan. I am far from my family. I am one of those kids who experienced a broken family. Mom and dad separated when I was 5. My kuya was 6. I remember the hardships. My mom kept hiding us from our dad, who worked as a seaman. One of my last memories was being hidden in a mountain, a place where you could hear gunfire at night. Later, Dad brought us to Manila, but we were never close. I grew up living with different relatives. My kuya and my dad were in another city. In 2003, we had to leave Manila because of financial problems. My aunt and uncle brought us to Bacolod. In 2006, another aunt adopted me and supported my schooling until I finished college in 2013. Eventually, I tried to live with my father, even after so many years of absence. I swallowed my pride, but he left me again. 6 years passed without any word from him. Then we had a huge fight after I accidentally found an old letter in his things, saying my brother was not his real son. He said many painful words, even told me that my brother and I were already dead to him. After 6 years, he suddenly called and messaged me. I got scared, not because I hate him, but because I don't want to experience being left again. So I cut communication, but sometimes the guilt creeps in. I wish people understood the guilt of a child who decided to walk away. I want to live a happy life. I'm just scared of what my relatives would say, and scared I might be blamed when he dies. But I don't want to live with my dad again. I hope you can help me. Grabe, 'di ba? Ang bigat. Kasi itong sinabi ni Kevin, growing up, very unstable yung concept niya ng caregiver. At habang binabasa ko yung sulat mo, Kevin, ramdam ko yung pagod na matagal mo nang dala. At gusto kong sabihin sa iyo ito. You actually make sense. Yung takot mo, may pinanggagalingan. Yung pag-iingat mo, may history. Yung paglayo mo, may dahilan. Hindi siya simpleng tampo eh. Hindi siya simpleng galit. This is the story of someone who learned very early that connection can disappear. Okay? And gusto ko sana sabihin na una sa lahat, Kevin, salamat kasi pinadalhan mo ako nitong sulat mo. What you went through is not a simple family conflict, no? At sa psychology, ang tawag dito, complex attachment injury. Paulit-ulit na pagkawala, paulit-ulit na paglapit tapos paglayo, paulit-ulit na sakit sa mismong taong dapat sana ay safe para sa'yo. Kaya nung tumawag ulit yung dad mo, natural lang na may takot ka. And that fear, like you said, is not hatred, pero ito yung protective system mo, remembering na hindi reliable at baka umalis ulit. Ngayon, let's dahan-dahan nating i-process yung kwento mo, no? Kung sakaling magkausap tayo ngayon, this is what I would be discussing sa iyo. Una, importanteng pangalanan yung boundary. Clearly. No? Kahit sa sarili mo lang. Hindi pa kailangan ng dramatic confrontation. But honesty sa loob natin. At sa ngayon, distance muna ang kaya ko, 'di ba? Yun yung dinesisyonan mo, yun ang clear. Sa ngayon, ito ang nagbibigay ng aking stability. So kung clear yung boundary mo sa loob mo, mas humihina yung internal guilt over time. Pangalawa, you are allowed to choose yung level of contact sa dad mo. Hindi lang dalawa yung option na all or nothing. Sa psychology, ang tawag natin dito graded contact. So, yung mga possible options sa pwede mong makonsider is possible no contact for now, pero in time, pag medyo okay, limited check-ins, or pwedeng mediated communication through another relative. And the goal is not to force closeness. The goal is emotional safety muna, Kevin, habang nag-heal ka. And you have to prepare for guilt waves, no? Kasi babalik-balik talaga yung konsepto ng guilt. And when guilt appears, instead of immediately judging yourself, importanteng ma-reframe yung utak. You can say, oops, may guilt ako ngayon, pero kasi may dahilan kung bakit ako naglagay ng distance. And both can exist. You can care and still protect yourself. Pang-apat, strengthen yung support system mo outside the family. Because when we step back from painful family dynamics, the emptiness can feel louder sa una. So intentionally, kailangan to build spaces where you can feel heard and seen. Kung meron kang trusted friends, okay yon. Kung meron kang safe mentors, okay yon. If therapy is accessible, okay din yon. Kasi healing accelerates, no, when the body experiences safe connection elsewhere. At ang panghuli, easier said than done, pero if you could release the responsibility that does not belong to you. And listen carefully to this part. Hindi ikaw yung responsible for managing other people's opinions. Alam ko mahirap bilang Pilipino, no, pero we have to own muna yung safety sa atin. And hindi ka rin required to return doon sa space that your body remembers as deeply distressing para sa'yo. And yung konsepto ng distance, hindi naman siya laging rejection. Sometimes, distance is protection. Okay? So ngayon, I want you to reflect on this question. If you remove yung noise o ingay of other people's expectations, ano ang desisyon na nagbibigay ng mas maluwag na hinga sa dibdib mo ngayon? And doon ka mag-umpisa. Hindi kailangang madali, hindi kailangan perfect, kailangan lang honest. Okay? Salamat kasi andito ka, no? In this very first episode, Kevin, at sa lahat ng mga nagli-listen at nanonood, no? At kung may bahagi sa usapang ito na tumama sa loob mo, pwede kang manatili, no, sa susunod na realization. I'm Psych Rhea. Dahan-dahan lang tayo, and this is your realization.